What's up, guys? Welcome to the Brandon J. Show. I'm joined with a special guest today, calling all the way from Orlando, Florida, Heather Flowerz, recording artist. Heather, how are you today?
I'm doing fantastic.
It is hot and humid right now in the middle of July.
It is. And the middle of COVID. Ugh.
Absolutely. And, it's crazy because, we're all having to adapt to this whole COVID-19 pandemic thing. And just when you think things are starting to open up, Governor Gavin Newsom of, California starts shutting everything back down. So it's interesting because I thought, when it gets warmer that the virus was going to be contained and die. And, that hasn't happened yet.
No, it's not. And I don't know what's happening.
I don't know. All I know is, your manager, Victor, sent me your song, Walking Shoes. And I have to tell you, in the first time I heard it, I'm like, what are you doing with this artist? Who is this artist? I didn't know who the artist was. I didn't know any of the other songs. I just had that one song and I was like, wow, this is really good.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So let's talk about, your sound. It's unique, it's different, it's current and modern at the same time.
Yeah.
Who are some of your influences, Heather?
First off, I always have to go back to reggae when I speak about my influences. So the story that I love to share is that when my mother was pregnant with me, she Bob Marley on rotation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So she always says that she would not have made it through her pregnancy had she not had Bob Marley music to listen to. So that has definitely been my number one influence in my life. It's just reggae music on a whole. Bob Marley, yes, he's absolutely amazing.
Yes, he is.
And then, as I was growing up here in the States, Whitney Houston, Regina, everyone across the board R&B wise, to be honest with you, has also been an influence. That's why I love my sound, because I feel like it's a genuine mix of everything.
It is. I have to agree with you. It's a genuine sound of R&B and pop, and you can hear those influences of reggae as well.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm not doing those runs. You know what I mean? True R&B artists.
You're not doing Beyonce or Aretha Franklin runs.
Oh my gosh. If I was doing Aretha Franklin runs, I would have been
right.
Time ago. But yeah, everything is an influence to me. So not only my story, but I meet people, just walking down the street sometimes, especially when I'm in New York. Story can be an influence for a record,
Absolutely. What's interesting about this song, going back to the song, because I'm really excited because I'm going to break the song on my my morning show On Air with Brandon J on CMBA 107.5 FM in Charlotte. So I'm excited because I'm the first one to get that opportunity, and it's like a competition for me, and I have to break it. I told Victor I have to be the one to break this song.
Sweet.
Yeah. But my thought was towards this. It's interesting to see how you have major record labels approaching artists such as yourself with great material to then find out that they want to take the material and give it to another artist. What are your thoughts towards that whole scenario?
Man, it's interesting because when I see, all of the great songwriters out there and how they got their start into the business,
right.
Twofold. So yeah, you could approach me because you have this amazing chart-topping artist and you feel like my song would definitely be that, but it's all the other stuff behind the scenes, you're nobody, so you should be grateful that we're even approaching you type of attitude.
But they want your material, so they must think it's really good, because why else would they be fighting over one song?
Thank you. So yeah, it's bittersweet because and when you do music and you put music out, you want to connect with people and you want people to come to you, right? But
absolutely,
it's a little hurtful. I can't lie about that. It's a little hurtful.
No, I get it. But the good thing is you stay true to your artistry and who you are as a talent, and you're releasing the song and you're like, you know what? It's a great opportunity, but I'm willing to sacrifice a little bit longer. I believe in myself. I have a team that believes in me, and that's more than half the battle.
I do. I'm so grateful for my team. And from day one, I've always said, no matter how old I get, I always want to be, an inspiration to the
right.
Yep. that it's not about a number, it's about your dream. And you cannot stop dreaming until it becomes a reality, period, by all means necessary.
So, and thank you for sharing that. Like, that perspective is really what people need to hear, because a lot of people don't see this type of stuff that goes on behind closed doors. Yeah. And a lot of artists would be willing to just get rid of their material, but then they may regret it down the road.
Yeah. And I believe in this one so much because of the relationship that I definitely connect to the record, and I know that a lot of other females and out there will connect to the record too. So yeah, I'm holding on to this one.
Absolutely. You know, what are your thoughts towards what's going on in the media right now? You know, you said you're an open book, so I like to ask these questions because everybody's not open and willing to answer them. But first off, did you see what took place with Nick Cannon and Viacom and CBS?
Wow. I did. Ooh, you had to start with that one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we might as well just get straight to the point. We want to hear the perspective. I'm not going to bash anybody. This show is not designed to bash anybody, but I like to get people's perspective because most people are afraid to say something, but we should all be able to voice our opinion, right?
Yeah, I agree. And I love Nick Cannon, and he's done amazing work in the business, and you know, he also has like a great connection to the Jamaican culture.
Yes.
Follow him a lot. This is unfortunate. It's just an unfortunate situation because media and the culture that we're living in right now.
Do you feel that the apology holds merit and that it should be accepted by the networks? Because Fox accepted it. You know, I read an article on Hollywood Reporter because I know Nick and I know his brothers and his family. I know his father. Very good people, right? I've experienced raising money for nonprofit, feeding the homeless with the LA Food Bank. So I can't say anything negative at all. However, sometimes it's good just not to speak about issues dealing with politics.
Sure. And when I was talking about this last night, that's what she was basically trying to get in my head. There's just a time and place for everything, and unfortunately, the climate right now, when you share certain things on a public setting, it can turn out the way that it turned out, unfortunately.
Absolutely. You know, and my thought towards all this, it's good to hear an artist who, in terms, you have to gain the respect of the public, right, to build your fan base. And so the public wants to know, what does Heather Flowerz have to say about this? What is Brandon Jay's opinion and thought towards this? And they don't even have to know you personally, but they feel they want to be a part of the experience of going down that path with you, you know, when you release new music and you do shows and things of that nature. So thank you for sharing your perspective. What advice do you have to give to those artists out there that may be in a catch-22 where they have a difficult decision to make? Do they need to sign with the label or should they hold out? What is your advice?
Wow. Well, I started my label because I'm an advocate of, I work hard, I'm investing in myself. I want the return on my investment first. Mm-hmm. When you sign with a major, they're getting your return first. Right. No way around it. And a lot of the artists still unfortunately feel like, oh my gosh, if I get signed by Sony, like that's it. I made it. No, it's beyond just the beginning at that point.
Yes.
So when you are in a position to work hard and keep grinding and make something successful on your own and then potentially venture with a major, then that's my advice. But people don't listen these days.
No, they don't. But you're going to listen to CMVA when I play this interview and I break this song, Walking Shoes, on Saturday.
Yes. Can't wait.
Heather, where can people at home that are going to see this interview, right? Thousands are going to see this interview. That's our hope, to get real exposure, real impressions out there with whoever is the subject and topic of today.
Okay.
Where can people find your music? Where can they follow? Where do they go?
The easiest link is, of course, Instagram. I have my link to all of the outlets on my bio in Instagram. So if you go to my Instagram page, Heather Flowerz, one love, the number one LUV on Instagram, everything is there. Very, very simple and easy. Yeah, this one.
Heather, thank you so much. I'm looking forward to getting a phone call from your manager. Like, Brandon, this interview's just taken off because Heather's not afraid to speak her mind. She's an open book.
Yes, I can't wait.
Absolutely. This has been an exclusive interview with national recording artist Heather Flowerz. Make sure you stay tuned for the debut of her new Saturday,
In shoes.
11 a.m. Yes,
Walk
in
it.
shoes. That's right. You got to walk it out.
Yes.
I'm Brandon J. We'll see you next time here on The Brandon J. Show. Goodbye for now.